It has been many months since our last official Mod Monday, everyone, and that is simply unacceptable. So with the help of Silentine and Tosh, we are going to fix that. And today they bring us additional equipment. And yes, it is as simple as it sounds. From all new weapons and armor, to new tools and backpacks even, the mod aims to refrain from breaking the game, all the while keeping the feels the same. In short, lots of new stuff is added, and it's freaking cool. So let's get to it. And while things will start out tame, they're gonna get insane later. So let's just build up to that from the bottom, yes. The mod introduces a new armor called the Bucket Helmet, and at the cost of a football helmet, wood, and rope, you can have yourself a literal football helmet when it comes to durability and armor protection, sure. However, a bucket helm will also double the wetness resistance to 40% and can be used as fuel if needed. As I said, we're starting from the bottom. Still, 40% wetness resistance on headgear armor is pretty darn good actually. But come on now. Let's just skip the buckets and get right to the Stone Age with the rock helmet here. Wearing a rock on your noggin is also not the brightest idea. However, at the cost of some rocks, flint, and gold, this stone will hold its own. 85% armor protection, which is some of the highest for any head armor in Don't Starve history, mind you. 525 durability, which is also quite up there a ways. And it'll even throw in some slight summer insulation to boots. Wearing one will be costing us 10% speed though, so make note. But why protect the cranium alone? The rock suit is next, and will help us complete our stony ensemble with the help of even more rocks and flint, as you can see. But a rock suit will rock 735 durability, which is the equivalent of a marble suit, mind. Will provide the same 85% protection as the rock helm before it. Will also add to our overheating protection, but will still slow us down by 10% overall. Folks, it's a marble armor, just a teensy tiny bit worse at the end of the day. But suit up and cut them down too. The stone sword has also been added, and it will truly round out our trip through the Stone Age, folks, at the cost of some twigs, rocks, and rope. And while a stone sword may only deal 38 damage overall, it does boast 225 uses total. So that makes up for the lack of power over a mere spear, I think. Still, maybe upping the damage to 44 per hit would be ideal. Moving on, however, to the weirdest looking piece of additional equipment in this mod, the marble helmets. If you thought putting stones on your head was ill-advised, then I'd turn away now. But for the simple cost of only 8 marble, how could anybody say no? 525 durability, 90% protection from incoming damage, a goofy looking head, all at the cost of mere 20% speed, which we should already kind of be used to if we're using normal marble armor anyways. Heck, and normal marble armor slows us down by 30% for Beat's sake. Enjoy it. But now things get more interesting, everyone, with new takes on weapons and, well, equipment, of course. Starting with the bug swatter here, we can toss together twigs, silk, and rope for quite a unique weapon that offers 150 durability and the ability to deal absolutely 0 damage to anything. Well, anything that isn't an insect, that is. As when using the swatter against insects like bees, dragonfly, or bee queen even, it will offer us a 50% chance to deal a whopping 102 damage each swing. The thing is, however, this also means that 50% of the time, our swings will result in no damage, so make note there. But finally, when used on spiders specifically, the swatter deals a consistent 51 damage, so take advantage. Shoe bugs? Don't bother me. To continue, many of the following crafts today will feature some interesting recipes as well, like the equipment pack here. 12 flower petals, 4 mosquito sacks, and 3 frazzled wires that may be found in the ruins perhaps, will provide us with a unique backpack that is immune to fire, completely waterproof, will slow the rate of spoilage of whatever is in it by 3 times the typical rate when they're just in our inventories, mind you, and will give us 12 slots to work with to boot. The thing is, however, we can't actually stack anything within equipment packs. So it's not as good as it might sound. It's very useful, don't get me wrong, just not what you might think it is. But if you are looking for a more portable food container that does actually allow for snacks, then look no further than the ice packs. Yet another fun little craft with a robot trinket needed, gears, and more frazzled wires. The ice pack is literally just a portable ice box capable of storing up to 3 food items as you just go about your business out there in the world. Open them from within your inventories if you wish, drop them off wherever you want, store what you want, you name it, folks. Cool stuff. And speaking of being cool, why not enjoy a new way of staying warm instead? This here craft of a beefalo coat is so simple, it hurts if you know what I mean. 16 beefalo fur and 2 rope for a new coat that will provide a middle ground insulation factor for winter? Sure, why not? I think we probably could use some new clothes to spice things up after all these years. But you do you. Then again, perhaps we should focus more on some of the not so useful resources first. Like steel wool, maybe. Sure, it goes into stuff needed for the beefalo taming mechanic, but what if it could do more, like become a backpack or something? Well, that's exactly what this mod aims to do with it, as the wool sack here is going to offer us 12 slots, with no downsides, and with the sack's ability to be immune to fire somehow. But yep, that's all she wrote there. Oh, but now things kick off, folks. All the following crafts will not be accessible before creating what is known as a dual sight battery here first. So you best know how to take down the shadow pieces or else. Now, while we can get multiple black hearts at one time, of course, we might not actually need to, as there's something a little cheeky going on with the dual sight battery crafts here that we'll talk about here in a minute. Cause for now, let's get to work. At the cost of one of them dual sight batteries, 4 gold, and some twigs, a multi-tool can be ours. And with a multi-tool in hand, we can enjoy chopping and mining all at once, all the while being 20% better at both to boot, folks. Not only that though, at 30.6 damage a swing, the multi-tool ain't too shabby in emergency combat if needed. So enjoy it. And I think you're going to enjoy it and the other dual sight crafts to follow, knowing that all of them, whenever they deplete, will drop a battery. So again, you only really need one at the end of the day. Well, unless you want to be decked out in all sorts of dual sight battery gear at once, like with the gear goggles perhaps. Some oasis lake fishing is in your future if you want these puppies. And you're gonna want these puppies. As while they are essentially just mongols at the end of the day, they are refuelable mongols, which makes them a million times better. But hold up, Beard. We can refuel mongols, so what gives? These guys here are just more efficient at being refueled with nightmare fuel, folks. Make notes. But next will come the Rune Matrix and all of its randomness, folks. Although it's not really all that random, a battery and some gems will grant us a weapon that will deal 42.5 damage a hit with 150 uses total, all the while giving us a 33% chance to either freeze or burn whatever we are fighting. Or heck, sometimes both. Do mind how it's not refuelable, however, as well as how it will drain our sanities when we wield it. It's fun, but gimmicky for sure. However, our final craft of the day is far from the latter and plenty of the former. The vacuum bulb costs a dual sight battery, some nightmare fuel, and a couple volt goat horns, and it will provide a darn decent light source when held over the course of its 6-minute durability. Can be refueled very efficiently with nightmare fuel once again, as you can see. Will drain our sanities by 10 per minute, sure, so make note there. But while we are dealing 34 damage to most every mob in the game, it will actually be regenerating our sanities by 2.5 points per hit, so that makes up for it. And lastly, the thing will deal 68 damage to all nightmare creatures and will regenerate 5 sanity each hit instead. Good stuff. No, seriously, good stuff all around to all of those who worked on the mod. Heck, you guys even added examinations for literally everything, and every character besides the newest ones each add their own unique flair to boot. Well done. And There you have it, everyone. Our first Mod Monday in quite some time. Courtesy of Silentine and Tosh. All the thanks to them for bringing us the additional equipment mod here. And I hope all of you out there enjoy the fun it could bring to some aging worlds. Nothing too crazy, nothing game breaking. Just some fun new gizmos to play around with. And you know what? Sometimes that's all it takes. Thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. And I'll see ya in like half a year for our next Bloody Mod Monday, apparently. Bye-bye.